Now, did you know 4 in 10 people say they ran into difficulties when renting cars abroad last year?
We're talking all about consumer rights whenever you're going on holidays. Gráinne Griffin from the CCPC is here to break them all down for you. Good morning to you, Gráinne.
Good morning.
To have you with us. We have a right through lot to get through here now. Let's start off with car hire whenever you're abroad. Oh my goodness, I hate doing this. So go on, tell us, what's the best way to get the best bang for your buck?
To be honest, from the research that we've done, I think if you were going abroad on your holidays and you were thinking about booking a car, I would say think again.
Really?
Think about, do you really need to book a car?
Oh, good.
Because we went out and we asked people who came back from their holidays last September and said, if you rented a car, tell us about your experience. Mm-hmm. So real Irish consumers coming back from their actual holidays, 43% of them said they'd had a problem with their car rental.
What kind of problem?
So all sorts of problems. But I suppose the biggest thing is that they paid more than they expected, or there was huge delays, or there was problems after it went back. There was loads of them. So it's a really complicated thing to book.
Yeah.
The terms and conditions, you really need to work to find them, to read them in advance. And really, out of all of the things that we looked at, it's where the most things went wrong.
If I book it online and say I take full cover, I always find then when I get to the desk, they talk me into another type of cover that I didn't realise that I didn't have. Do you know what I mean?
We hear that from so many people. When people are like, I paid more than I expected. They thought they were prepared, and then they get up to the desk. You're in another country. The kids are climbing the walls. You've been waiting for an hour and a half.
What do you do? What's the best way to do it?
Really, what you need to do is there's a list of questions on ccpc.ie. There's a list of questions that you really need to know the answer to before you leave the house. So first of all, who is my contract with? Because it's not with Ryanair. It's not with carrental.com. It's going to be with one of the car companies.
Yeah, the Hertz or whatever when you arrive at the airport. Yeah.
And you need to, first and foremost, if you're going to be delayed or anything, be letting them know that you're delayed. Because we heard from consumers who got up and they were like, I was 3 hours late for my booking and the car was gone.
Really?
Yep, gone and not entitled to a refund.
So they need to have
your
flight number.
What do you mean you weren't entitled to a refund?
If there is a pick-up time, if you do not let them know that you're delayed, you can potentially lose your car and lose the money that you've paid. There's a lot that can go on.
And one thing you should always do when you get your car, get your phone out and film the whole thing around. If there's scratches there already, they're there as you leave.
Absolutely.
And draw that attention to the person when you're leaving.
That's it, exactly. So you're back into the desk. It doesn't matter that there's a queue. You're going, hang on a second. We need these things, these scratches.
Marked up. All right.
0896 111 if you're one of those people who are on holidays and said car hire is the biggest headache whenever you go on holidays. Let's move on to another one about, particularly as we're seeing with the Middle East and flights, disruption, whatever else. What are your rights with if there's flights, delays or disruption?
So really, when it comes to your rights, you've either booked your holiday yourself, you've booked all the bits yourself, your flights, your accommodation, maybe your tickets for your theme park, and you've got all these individual contracts, or you've booked a package, in which case you've gone all in with like a travel agent or something. So if you've gone all in, then in some ways you can kind of sit back a bit because the travel agent is entirely responsible.
Okay.
So if they can't get you to your holiday, or if something, it needs to be moved, they either have to give you a replacement holiday or a full refund. Right. Whereas if you book everything yourself, then potentially you really need to start scrutinising your terms and conditions, because you might get, alternative flights from your airline, but you're still going to be in time for your accommodation. Have you missed your connection, your pickup? It gets more complicated now if you've booked everything yourself.
I've seen this. I've already got from some airlines that they've changed my flight.
Yeah.
Now, it's still within a few hours. It's going out earlier now than I'd wanted it to go, but they're offering me...
Which one of your holidays?
They're offering me an alternative to either go on that earlier flight or get a full refund. And that's what you should expect.
Yeah, the rights do vary slightly depending on the change, how long the delay is, how far you're going. You can find it all on ccpc.ie. But I suppose the thing with flights is your rights can be very clear, but it's the kind of cascade effect, as in if you end up coming in a day later. Yeah. What I would say to people is book travel insurance and book it now. Travel insurance isn't something to book like the week before you go on holiday. Okay. Because if something happens in the meantime, like say you've booked your hotel and your flights now for maybe a holiday in Greece, Greece. And say coming up to the time, there's a wildfire, there's an issue with the hotel or something like that.
Yeah,
if
okay.
you then take out travel insurance,
Won't be
that's a
covered.
known entity. It's not going to be covered. Whereas if you take out travel insurance now, you're covered for things that might happen between now and when you might go on holidays.
Brilliant to know. Good piece of advice on that one as well. Right, I want to move on to this story about a German tourist. Now, Germans have this reputation that they go down to the pool and they put the towels all over all the seats and you can't get them. They're up early. But this is a German tourist who's won a payout because he lost the Sun Lounger race. So he wasn't able to get a bed. Like, if you book a holiday in a hotel, should you be able to get a bed to sit on at the pool?
Well, I say fair play to this man, because he went that this holiday happened in 2024 and he has been pursuing this issue through the complaint to the hotel and a complaint to the travel agent and all the way through the German
he paid
court.
£7 grand
£7 for a holiday to Greece.
Where he was sleeping on concrete beside because he couldn't get a bed any day.
Well, no, he couldn't get
not
a
a bed, a sun lounger, yeah.
No, sorry, a sun lounger.
He's
Yeah, he
happy
didn't
to
get a
sit on
sun
there.
lounger.
And again, this comes down to the terms and conditions, because he said, I have booked for this resort and you say that you have a policy that says you can't reserve a sun lounger and therefore you have to enforce it. You should have somebody going around to enforce it. And so that was his point. It wasn't enforced and therefore he took them.
So in terms of consumer rights, what is the etiquette for towels on beds? Like, if I go down to the pool and there's a bed and there's towels been on it for hours and nobody comes along, am I allowed to throw the towels off?
Well, I think the question is, it's not what's the etiquette, it's what's the rules. And that's where you want to know is, am I entitled to go to the hotel and say, you should be doing this for me? You know, your person should be going around.
Well, I think he did that and the hotel said, no, we can't touch the towels.
So I think you'll find there is a range of different practices in different countries.
Hotels
and depends
and
on what
places.
you can get away from. But it is worth checking the hotel policy, because it's much easier to be able to complain to the hotel than your neighbour.
He was up at 6 o'clock in the morning. He still couldn't get. Like, you must be a devil for putting the towel on.
I'm not. I'm very good. I'm very good.
In the morning.
Listen, thank you. Good advice there. Gráinne Griffin from the CCPC, and that's where people go online there. They'll find out all that information. Thank you so much.
Right, let us know your etiquette for holidays.
Yes.
What drives you up the wall?
Come on, put your hands up. You can go down and put the towel beside the pool.
0896 111 get in touch with us. Now, still to come, Fine Gael MEP Maria Walsh is going to be here sharing her pregnancy journey and opens up about fertility and LGBTQI+ parenting.
We'll see you after this quick break.